everybody. Welcome here on CPHS Channel 6. I am DJ Palm bringing you high school rivalry baseball action between your Northern Huskies and your Port Huron High Big Reds. Raven Randall, he'll start out on the mound for the Big Reds. Luke Scahill leading off here in the top of the first inning. First pitch about to be thrown. Here's delivery from Randall. And it looks like it'll be high and inside, ball one. Randall sets, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss from Scahill. Very underway here. Scahill, the first batter. Here in the top of the first, Randall. Delivery inside, ball two. Two and one the count to Scahill. Randall trying to get the first out of the inning. Here's the pitch. Inside again, ball three. Scahill doing a good job of making Randall throw some pitches, and he's one more away from a base. Here's the delivery. And got him on the inside corner, strike two. That'll work it full. Scahill trying to be the leadoff man on base. Here's the full count pitch. High and outside, ball four. Scahill take a walk. That'll bring up Brandon Doan, junior for the Huskies. Correction, I'm sorry, soft. No, he is a junior. Whoops. He steps into the box now. Randall, strike one right down the middle. Northern comes into this game with a record of 2-5. Big Reds are 1-4. As they look to try and get one in the win column from each other. That pitch a little bit low. That'll tie the count at one. Here's the 1-1 from Randall. High and inside. Doan doing a good job to get out of that one. 2-1. As that came in high and inside in the batter's box. Scahill with a good lead off first. Delivery from Randall. Thought about it, checked his swing. A little bit high, though. Good call from Doan. 3-1 again to Brandon Doan. Three-one from Randall. On the outside, ball four. So Randall will walk his first two batters. And it'll open it up for number 8, Brett Manis, playing right field. Here's the first pitch to Manis, right down the middle, strike one. So Randall, first three batters, he's thrown strike 1-2, but he's walked the previous two. Hoping to break that trend here on the 0-1 pitch. Popped up, foul, out of play. And that'll be a souvenir. Randall and his catcher looks like Pat Gilles. Come out and have a conversation. And we get the play ball signal back. And it's 1-2 to Brett Manis. Here's the pitch. Strike three called. Got him looking. Raven Randall gets Manis for the first out of the inning with runners on first and second. That's going to bring up the first baseman, Dallas Chacon. Lefty that actually grew up right next door to my house as a kid. You believe that, EJ? I'm watching all these kids now. This is amazing. Chacon steps in. Scahill, the runner on second. Brandon Doan, a runner on first. Here's the 0-0 pitch in there for strike one. So Randall starting off the batter's good on his end of the mound. Looking to keep Scahill at second. Got to be careful. Chacon does have some pop. And time is called. Chacon obviously not settled in that box. He's going to re-dig in. And now we'll get play resumed. Here's the 0-1 to Chacon from Randall. Outside, ball one. One out here in the top of the first. Raven Randall has walked his first two batters, struck out Manis, and now has a 1-1 count to Chacon as he steps off the mound. He'll settle down and focus back in. Randall, the 1-1. Popped up in the air, and that's going to be out of play toward the softball field. Outfielders playing halfway down the line here. Actually, I would say probably about 3/4. I would say the scouting report on Chacon has been well read. Here's the 1-2 to Randall. Chacon gets a hold of it. That's going to hook foul. So Chacon now making Raven Randall throw some pitches. He's now Randall, top of the first, on 14. Here's the 15th pitch, a little chopper down the third baseline. That's going to roll foul. And stealing third is Scahill. Will he get down in time? Yes, he will. Called safe. Good aggressive base running there from Luke Scahill, and a great signal there from Coach Kern. So now Jale giving the infield signal. He'll get back behind the plate. Chacon now looking at a 2-2 count with one out. Randall sets. Here's the pitch. Swing and a drive into right field. Page is going to have to hustle and get there. He does. One run will score. And Page will get it in the infield at time to hold Doan at third. Top of the first, 1-0 Huskies. RBI single from Dallas Chacon. That'll bring up Isaac Rabb, shortstop for the Huskies. Swing and a miss, strike one. As the Huskies now, Chacon the base runner at first, Doan the base runner at third. Second base is unoccupied. And here's the pitch to Rabb. Foul tipped into the catcher. That'll be a really quick 0-2 count here for Isaac Rabb. Good to see Patty Gilles okay. That was a dinger. I think luckily went right into the chest protector. I've caught a few of those in the shoulder and the elbow. Yeah, they're not fun. Not at all. So 0-2 count to Rab. One out here in the top of the first. 1-0 Husky lead. Here's the pitch. Oh, and that hits him right in the back. And that's going to put Rab on first and load the bases. Now for Nick Trimble. Looks like head coach Kyle Shepard. He's going to go ahead and have a talk with his infielders here. Bases loaded for the Huskies. Doan at third, Chacon at second. Isaac Rab getting consoled there by his coach. That was a dinger. It looked like right in the center of the back. Still only one out here in the top of the first. 1-0 Huskies. And they are threatening to do more damage here very early. And in there for strike one to Trumbull. Pitch popped up. He's going to stay in play. Gilles trying to get there. Calls for it and dives and grabs it. Pat Gilles with a nice catch to keep his composure there. That'll get the second out of the inning. And now the Big Reds 1 out away from getting out of this jam. That'll bring up the second baseman, Zach Cohen. And that's in there for strike one. Correction, I'm sorry, the catcher, Zach Cohen. Saw the two and got confused. Sorry, my folks at home. In there for strike two. So now quickly, Raven Randall. 1 strike away from getting out of this jam here in the top of the first. 1-0 Huskies. Bases are loaded. The 0-2. Just a little bit high for the first ball of the at-bat. Randall getting the signal, now sets. Here's the 1-2. And that's going to be line drive over the PH dugout, foul ball. Not enough gas on it, though, to dent any cars that are parked behind the backstop there. I know, I'm parked over here. Definitely don't want to be behind that backstop as that pitch fouled back into the cage. Count will stay at 1-2 with 2 outs. Bases loaded for the Huskies here. 1-0 Port Huron Northern. And Randall will step off the mound and regroup. Here's the 1-2 from Randall. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He got him and gets out of the jam. 2 walks, a strikeout, and 1 earned run for the Huskies. That'll do it for the top of the first. I'm DJ Palm. We'll see you for the bottom half of the first in about 3 seconds. Welcome back to CPHS Channel 6 coverage of high school rivalry baseball action here in the bottom of the first. It's Ryan Page leading off for the Big Reds. He'll look at strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Curveball just a bit inside. That'll tie the count at 1. As As it's Johnny Wormlinger on the mound for the Huskies. As he tries to keep this a 1-0 game. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Page. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Boy, what a cut from Ryan Page. So Page quickly 1-2. Here's the 1-2 from Wormlinger. Thought about it. Good eye, Page, as he laid off it outside. That'll tie the count at 2. Page digs in. 2-2 count. Here's the payoff from Wormlinger. That's going to be high and inside. Ball 3, so Page will work the count full. As he tries to be the leadoff man on base here. The bottom half of the first. Here's the full pitch. And swing and a miss. Strike 3. Page goes down on strikes for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Fred Clark. Clark looks at strike 1 from Wormlinger. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Clark just a little bit above that ball as it crossed over the plate. And now in an 0-2 hole, got to protect the plate, swing at anything close. Here's the 0-2. Curveball on the outside corner, strike 3, got him. And Wormlinger now has retired the first 2 batters. Looking to go 1-2-3. His first pitching outing here this game. Here's Raven Randall, the pitcher for the Big Reds. That'll be ball 1. Here's the 1-0. A little bit outside. 2-0 the count now to Raven Randall. Pitch popped up. Will it stay in play? It's going to be dicey. No, it won't. Just on the other side of the fence. There's Dallas Chacon. Glad he wasn't going full steam ahead. That kid might have broken the chain link fence had he been running full steam. So that'll be the first strike to Randall. 2-1 count here with 2 out here in the bottom of the first. 1-0 Husky lead. Randall with a good display of pitching to get out of that top of the first jam with bases loaded and 1 out. Got 2 consecutive outs to end the inning. And that kept it a 1-0 game. So hoping for a 2-out rally now is PH. Randall at the plate. 2-1. That ball's going to be low, so that'll work it to 3-1. Wormlinger sets, now winds. Here's the delivery. Swinging a drive to deep left field. That could be trouble. Is it land fair? Yes, Raven now finally gets the signal it's good, and he'll be in with a stand-up double for the bottom of the first inning. So a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. That's going to bring up Corey Lynch. Correction, I'm sorry. Austin Schneider. He'll come to the plate. Looks like they're going to pinch run for Randall. And it'll be Austin Schneider in the box. Apologize, folks. I'm a little bit far away, so these numbers are pretty small from where I'm back at. Schneider looks at strike one. Looks like the freshman Brett Wagner came on to pinch run for Raven Randall. As Wormlinger gives him a look, now delivers. 1-on-1 a bit high for ball one. Two outs here in the bottom of the first, 1-0 Huskies. A Raven Randall double. Gets a runner in scoring position at second. And Schneider's going to look at ball two. Two balls, one strike, two out. Wormlinger sets, here's the throw. Oh, and that just missed Austin Schneider. That'll work the count to 3-1. The 3-1 from Wormlinger. Swinging a drive into the gap, left center field. Manis is there, and he'll grab it out in right field, so no harm. After that two-out double from Raven Randall, it's still Huskies 1, Big Reds nothing. We'll see in the top of the second. Back for the top of the second. Here at Port Huron High School field is the first pitch. That's going to be a hit into right for Chris Bonnick. DHing for Wormlinger, the pitcher. That'll bring up Austin Howard, the sophomore. As Randall looks to pick off Bonnick on first. He'll get in there safely, easily. I have a bad habit of mixing words together. I can just see EJ's smirk. That pitch in there for strike one. 0-1 to Howard. In the dirt, ball one. Howard goes, hit and run called, and that's going to be into left. So Austin Howard will get a hit in his first at bat. Bonnick was stealing second, but couldn't go to third. As the left fielder, Austin Schneider, is pretty close to third there, so good job base running. Runners on first and second now. That'll bring up top of the order in Luke Scahill. Raven Randall starts the count off good, 0-1 to Scahill. Randall getting the signal from Yale. Here's the 0-1 in the dirt, ball one. As the Huskies very early with nobody out here in the top of the second, looking to threatening again and put more up on the board. 1-1 to Scahill, nobody out. Here's the pitch. Scahill shows bunt. That goes right by him, 1-2. He did not pull back the bat. 1-2 now for Scahill. Runners on first and second. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul ball to the parking lot there. And Scahill will stay alive. Top of the second. First two batters have gotten a hit. And Scahill, the 1-2. Swing, and that'll be a foul ball over by the pitching cage. Keep the count at 1-2. Still nobody out here in the top of the second. 1-0 Huskies. Bonick, the runner at second. Howard, the runner at first. Here's the pitch, high and outside for ball 2. Randall sets. Here's the pitch. Just a tad bit high. And Scahill now works the count full with nobody out. Oh, and got him on the inside corner. Raven Randall for strike 3. Ball must have curved back in towards the plate because Scahill slid out of that box pretty fast. But nevertheless, right on the inside corner. And that will be the second strikeout for Randall this game. That'll bring up Brandon Doan. Doan walked his first time up. It's a ground ball over to first, looking to turn 2 of the Big Reds. Did he get him? Yes, he did. So they won't be able to turn 2. But a good play there from Austin Schneider, the shortstop. Get his foot back down and get on that bag. Correction, I'm sorry, that's Fred Clark there at shortstop. The 6 and the 8 look very, very similar when you're about 75, 80 feet away, don't it, EJ? All right, I would look at my monitor, but it's so bright out here that I can't see it anyway. So it's, I don't know, might as well just bring binoculars next time I have to do one of these games. Bruce Hudson elected to go to second before tagging a bat. That'll put runners at the corners. And as Brandon Doan check swings for ball 1. Patrick Yale to come out and give him a chat on the mound. After the timeout, Doan will settle back in. Randall on the mound, looks to pick him off, and just got in there in the nick of time. It was Brandon Doan. Manis now at the plate. 1-0 count. 2 outs, here's the pitch. But Doan will take off for second, and Patrick Yale had the ball just slip right out of his hand. Doan will easily make it to second. And now the Huskies are really tightening the noose here. 1 ball and no strikes, 2 outs, runners at second and third. And a single heel from Manis to bring in 2 runs. Here's the 1-0, swing and a foul ball. That's going to hit a tree. They gave him a ball on that, on the scoreboard, but it should have been a strike. So from what the board says, 2-1, but it ain't gonna matter because Randall hits Manis right in the back, and that's gonna load the bases again for the second straight inning. And that will bring up the cleanup hitter for the Huskies, Dallas Chacon. Bases loaded. And 2 outs here, 1-0 Huskies. If you take this back to the bottom of the first inning, this is exactly what it looked like, only Chacon wasn't at the plate. As Chacon looks at strike 1. So Randall now again in a jam. Bases loaded, 2 out. Can he get out of it one more time? Randall will step off the mound. Didn't like what he saw. And he'll regroup. Chacon steps back in, settles. Here's the pitch from Randall. In there for strike 2. So Chacon now. Got to protect the plate here as he's down 0-2 with 2 out. Huskies could really make things interesting here with a hit. Here's the 0-2 to Chacon. That's going to be outside for ball 1. Chacon being real patient there at the plate. And he's hoping that patience pans out for him. 1-2 count, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball in foul territory. I don't think anybody's going to get there, no. And Chacon will stay alive for at least one more pitch. Howard the runner at third, Brandon Doan at second, and Brett Manis, the runner on first. Loaded here for the Huskies. 1-2 count to Chacon with 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Randall. Swinging a chopper to first base. This should be handled easily, and that'll do it. Raven Randall gets out of another bases loaded jam with 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. We'll go to the bottom. 1-0 Huskies. You're listening to CPHS Channel 6. Back in a moment. Back now here for the bottom of the second inning. Bruce Hudson swings and misses at strike 1. Can't tell if that's Bruce Hudson or Devin Wilson. I'll find out here in a minute. Chopper to first, bobbled by Chacon, but he'll grab it and get the out at first. In the bottom half of the second inning, that was Bruce Hudson grounding out there. That'll bring up the catcher, Pat Yale. And a swing and a drive from Yale going into foul territory, though. Man, he got a hold of that one just the wrong way. So Yale now with an 0-1 count and 1 out. 1-0 Huskies here in the bottom of the second. Curveball missed a bit too high from Wormlinger. Count now tied at 1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing. That's going to be a blooper into center field, and Patty Yale's going to land at first safely. That'll be the second hit for the Big Reds so far this game. And they're going to pinch run for Pat Yale. And Brian Haynes will pinch run for the catcher. It's going to bring up Jason LaRoe. LaRoe, his first attempt. Swing and a foul ball to the catcher. So Wormlinger start the count off at 0-1. One out here and a runner on first for the Big Reds. Wormlinger sets. Looks to pick him off. And Chacon, a good snag as that could have rolled all the way to the fence. Wormlinger sets. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a foul back to the screen. That'll make the count 0-2. One out here in the bottom of the second. Wormlinger looking for his third strikeout of the game. Here's the 0-2. And they're going to appeal to first. And they're going to say that he went around. So that'll be the third strikeout for Wormlinger. That'll bring up Anthony Flores. Flores now looking to advance the runner, Brian Haynes, as he hangs out at first base. Haynes is going. Swing and a miss. Throw down to second. In time, and Haynes is out to end the second inning. As the Big Reds getting a little aggressive. Didn't pay off. And that'll be the third out. We're going to go to the top of the third. And we'll see you back here in a moment. Back here at the top of the third. First pitch swinging from Isaac Rabb is going to be a fly out to center field. Anthony Fayed with the easy catch. And one quick out here for the Huskies. That's going to bring up Nick Tremble, third baseman. Tremble. We'll look at ball one. Tremble flied out his first time up. And in there for strike one, the pitch from Raven Randall. Still 1-0 Huskies here in the top of the third. Tremble looks at ball two as that's in the dirt. Randall's setting, and here's the 2-1. A little bit low and outside for ball three. Three and one on Tremble, one out here in the top of the third. Here's a 3-1 from Randall. That's going to foul back to the backstop and work the count full. Here's the payoff pitch. Swinging a drive from Nick Tremble into the gap to left center. That's going to land. And it's going to roll all the way to the fence. Tremble going to turn for 2, and he's going to think about 3. No, as the cutoff man is hit. That just got underneath Austin Schneider and went all the way to the fence. So that'll be a hit and an error for the double in Nick Tremble. That'll bring up Zach Cohen. Cohen struck out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a miss. First pitch, strike 1. Tremble with a good lead off second. And time is called. Settle things here as Randall gets the signal. Cone steps in. Here's the 0-1 from Raven. Swing and a miss, strike 2. As Cohen went golfing for that one. 0-2 count to Cohen. Top of the third here, Huskies 1-0 with Tremble on second. Steps off. Now steps back on. Tremble with a good lead. Here's the 0-2. In the dirt, ball 1. Runner on second for the Huskies. As a base hit is threatening to score here. Double the Huskies' current lead. Here's the 1-2 from Randall. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Randall now his 3rd strikeout of the game as he puts Zach Cohen down for the 2nd time tonight. That'll bring up Chris Bonnick. Bonnick with a single his first time up. He is 1 for 1 today. Still at second here with 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Randall. A little bit inside, ball 1. Here's the 1-0 from Randall. A bit outside, ball 2. So Bonnick looking good here. His second at bat as he works the count to 2-0. Definitely a hitter's count. Here's the pitch. In there for strike 1. Right over the middle. Got time called here as it looked like Bonnick just stepped out of the box for a second. Randall now gets the signal, sets. Here's the 2-1. Just a bit inside. That'll make it 3 balls and 1 strike. 2 outs here in the top of the third. 1-0 Huskies. They have loaded the bases twice and have not scored. And in there for strike 2. And that'll work the count full. Full counts, 2 outs. Runner at second, and a 1-0 lead for the Huskies. Here's the full count pitch. Chopped into the dirt, but the catcher couldn't hold it, so he'll have an attempt to get to first, and he won't. And that'll do it for the top of the third. Huskies leave their 7th man stranded on base through 3 innings. Still, Huskies have a 1-0 lead. We'll see you back here in the bottom of the third. Back now here for the bottom of the 3rd inning. Big Red's turn to swing the bat. Anthony Flores will get his at-bat back after the Big Reds were caught stealing. Brian Haynes just a step behind the ball and got tagged out to end the 2nd inning. So chopper foul for the first pitch, so Flores looking at 0-1. Nobody out here as he leads the bottom of the 3rd off. Here's the 0-1. That is a bit high. That'll tie the count at 1 here with nobody out. Huskies still clinging to a 1-0 lead that they got in the top of the 1st. Oh, as that one hits Anthony Flores right in the back. So Wormlinger hits his first batter of the game. And the Huskies will have a meeting out on the mound as the leadoff man Flores is on here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Coach Larry Rowland's going out to have a chat with his infield. Huddle breaks up on the mountain. Flores will take his runner spot at first. And that's going to bring up Anthony Fayed as the top of the order for the Big Reds. Standing on deck, Page. Flores at first with a good lead. Fayed shows bunt, but it goes to the backstop, so that'll be 0-1. The count to Fayed. Here's the 0-1 from Wormlinger as he shows bunt again, and that's going to be pop flied into the backstop. And now you got to be careful if you want to play the bunt game if you're Anthony Fayed. Advance Flores over to second. I wouldn't be surprised here if you wouldn't see Coach over there at third base give him the green light to go ahead and take full swing. Wormlinger sets. Here's the pitch. Popped into the infield. That should be a can of corn for somebody there. And it's going to be the third baseman, Nick Tremble. Easy play for him. 1 out. That'll bring up the top of the order, Page, 0 for 1 with a strikeout in his first at-bat. As he's looking to scoot Flores over to second. Flores looking to get picked, but it gets back in time. Nothing. Huskies here in the bottom of the third. Flores looks like he was going to go. A bit of a delayed steal. And he very smartly goes back to first. 1-0 the count on Page here with 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Huskies have had the bases loaded twice and have not scored, but the one run in the first inning. That came from Luke Scahill off a Dallas Chacon single back in the top of the first, and that has been it. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's a bit high, 2-1. The 2-1 to Page. Swing, and that gets the catcher right in the mask. Wormlinger will get a fresh new ball. Good to see Zach Cohen. Good to see he's all right there behind the plate. 2-2 the count on Page. Runner on first for the Big Reds. One out here in the bottom of the third. 1-0 Husky lead. Here's the 2-2. In the dirt, ball 3. Page will work it full. Full count pitch. Flores taken off to second. Page will get his walk. Flores will advance to second anyway, so Page works out a walk after a 1-2 count. That'll bring up Fred Clark. Also 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. Here's Clark, swings and gets a hold of one into left field. That's going to be playable, though, as that is caught. Flores will stay at second. As Trumbull, the cutoff man, gets that right where the sand meets the grass. So everybody will hold. Runners on first and second now for the Big Reds with 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the third. That'll bring up Raven Randall. He doubled his first time up back in the first inning. Boy, would they love a hit from him right now to try and tie this game. That first pitch was high and outside to Randall, ball 1. Randall looking to get on base for the second time today. Here's the 1-0 from Wormlinger. Oh, and that hits him. So Wormlinger returning the favor. As Randall has hit a couple batters today, but this time he's the one that gets beamed. And that'll load the bases. As they will pinch run again for Raven Randall. Looks like pinch runner is going to be Devin Wilson. Or correction, I'm sorry. Brett Wagner, freshman. That's going to bring up Austin Schneider. Schneider flied out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Now with the bases loaded, first pitch from Wormlinger, strike 1 right over the plate. Here's the 0-1 from Wormlinger. Oh, and that either popped out of Cohn's glove or it hit Schneider right in the back, but it looks like Schneider will stay in the box. It'll be a 1-1 count for him with 2 outs here. The Big Reds now They have the bases loaded here in the bottom of the third with 2 outs. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a pop fly in foul territory right towards me. And Chacon will not have enough room to get to it as it lands. 1-2 the count. On Austin Schneider. Schneider looking to make something happen and drive in the Big Reds' first RBI of the game today. 1-2 from Wormlinger. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Jordan Wormlinger, or correction, I'm sorry, Johnny Wormlinger gets himself out of a bases loaded jam here in the bottom of the third. That kept it 1-0 Huskies. Big Reds strand 3. We'll see you for the top of the fourth. 1-0 Huskies when we come back. Play for Flores. Over to first for the first out. Austin Howard. He'll ground out. That'll make him 1 for 2 today. That'll bring up Luke Scahill. He has walked and scored a run. For 1 today with a strikeout. First pitch to Scahill, high and outside, ball 1. From Randall. Scahill will foul it. That evens the count at 1 apiece. Top of the fourth, 1-0 Huskies. 3 times the bases have been loaded, twice for the Huskies, once for the Big Reds. And no runs scored. 1-1 pitch, high and outside for ball 2. Randall the pitch, 2-1, swing, Scahill to left field, and that's going to be caught by Austin Schneider. Good range there, 2 up, 2 down for Randall, as he looks to make this a very quick top of the fourth inning. It's going to bring up Brandon Doan. Doan singled to right his second time up. He's 1 for 1 today with a walk. Randall, his first pitch to Doan. That's going to be fouled back towards the audience. That'll be a souvenir. No, it won't, because they'll throw it back. They never keep the balls here, EJ. I never understood that. Oh, on the count on Doan. Swing and a chopper to the shortstop. Got to hurry the throw. Will it get there in time? No, he's safe. Doan runs it out for an infield hit that could have ended the inning. Looks like Fred Clark just, looks like he lost the grip on the ball before he threw it there. He had to regain control. And I think that allowed Doan to get to first safely. So Doan now 2 for 2 with an infield hit and a walk, and that's going to bring up Brett Manis, the right fielder. First pitch to Manis, inside for ball 1. Doan looking to get picked off, but he'll arrive at the bag safely. 1-0 the count on Manis. 2 out here in the top of the fourth for the Huskies, as they're still hanging on to a 1-0 lead they got in the first. Doan pickoff attempt again. As Randall, Raven Randall keeping him close to the bag. Doan has got some wheels. I would not be surprised to see the seal sign Here from head coach Bob Kern there on the third baseline. Here's the pitch from Randall. Right down the middle for strike one. Correction, that's Larry Rollins down there in the third baseline. Coach Kern is way taller than that. I have no idea what I was thinking. Here's the 1-1, just a bit inside. Actually way inside. It narrowly missed Manis again. Manis is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Also got hit by a pitch earlier. And Doan, so far 3 for 3, getting back to the bag on pickoff attempts. Randall steps off the bag. That'll have Doan retreat back to first. With a nice lead again. Randall looking out the corner of his eye. Now pitches. Doan on his way to second. Hit and run again, and that's going to be a single into left field. Doan on his way to third. He'll get the stop sign and hold on. And Brett Manis, he will have his first hit of the game with a single. That'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Dallas Chacon. He's got an RBI single. 1 for 2 today is Chacon. Runners at the corners now. Doan the runner on third. Manis the runner at first. Randall's first pitch to Chacon. Chopper, as that hit the batter in the box. That'll be a foul ball. 1 strike to Chacon. Randall now just thinking about this out. Doesn't have to worry about the base runners. Just get the batter. 0-1 with 2 outs here. Top of the fourth. Here's the pitch. Swing and a drive from Chacon. That's going to ride the line. That'll be a foul ball. 0-2 now to Dallas. Randall will get the signal. Now sets. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss from Chacon, but Manis will go to second safely. Oh, never mind. Looks like they say Chacon, or correction, they dropped the ball on it, so they had to tag Chacon out for the third out. So that'll do it. Huskies strand 2 more. We're going to go to the bottom of the fourth here. Huskies 1, Big Reds nothing. I'm DJ Palm for CPHS 6. We'll see you in a moment. Welcome back to CPHS Channel 6, everybody. I'm DJ Palm, bringing you Big Red Husky baseball here at Big Reds Field, right behind Memorial Stadium. As Bruce Hudson, now the batter for the Big Reds, looks at ball 1. Wormlinger now sets. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Just a bit inside for ball 2. Bottom of 4 here, Huskies hanging on to a 1-0 lead. An RBI single from Dallas Chacon that scored Scahill. That is the only run we have all game. As Bruce Hudson a little bit out in front on that one for strike 1. Wormlinger delivers the 2-1. That's going to be high and outside. 3-1. Wormlinger with 2 strikeouts today. Three strikeouts, excuse me. 3 walks. 2 hits. Big Reds have had the bases loaded at the bottom of the third and could not convert. As Hudson swings at strike 2. Now Wormlinger gets the count full. Hudson trying to be the leadoff man here in the bottom of the 4th to get on base. Here's the full count pitch from Wormlinger. Swing and a miss, strike 3. As Hudson goes down. That'll bring up the catcher, Pat Yale. Yale's 1 for 1 as he looks at strike 1. Here's Wormlinger, the 0-1 pitch. Curveball in the dirt, ball 2. Boy, start of the game, the sun was out and it was about 67 degrees out here. And now the clouds have completely taken the sun away and it feels about 55, 56. A little bit chilly now as we get into the evening hours. That's a pop fly right back to the catcher. Easy play for Wormlinger for the 2nd out of the inning. That'll bring up Jason LaRoe. LaRoe 0 for 1 with a strikeout so far. Here's the pitch from Wormlinger. High and inside, ball 1 to LaRoe. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Huskies clinging on to that 1-0 lead with some really good pitching. And Jason Wormlinger here as he blings in the 1-0 rather into the dirt, ball 2. Two and 0 for LaRoe. Here's the pitch from Wormlinger. A little bit high, so 3 and 0. Probably gonna, or 3 and 1 rather. 3 and 1 with 2 out. Bottom of the 4th. Here's the 3-1 from Wormlinger. And he walked him. So a 2-out walk for Wormlinger. That's his 4th of the game. To go along with 4 strikeouts. That's going to bring up Anthony Flores. Flores was hit by a pitch, his first at-bat. Now he's got runner on first. Looking to advance him. Here's the first pitch. Looked like Flores pulled it. Tried to pull it down the third baseline. Ended up being a foul ball, 0-1. One strike to Flores here and 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th and going to be picked off, and the ball's going to get by Chacon. Oh, man. And Jason LaRoe thought about going for 2, but the ball didn't get far enough away from Chacon. The base coach tells him, Brad Schneider there to hold on. Brad Schneider, excuse me. It did not look like it came out of the hand cleanly for Johnny Wormlinger. Here's the 0-1. Going to be inside, and that's going to get away from the catcher, John Cohn, and LaRoe will end up at second easily. So runner on second now with 2 outs. 1-1 the count to Flores. As he looks to put one here in the outfield on the ground. Here's the 1-1. High and inside for ball 2. Roll the runner on second. Here's the 2-1 pitch. In the dirt and inside for ball 3. LaRoe almost caught in a bit of a pickle. Zach Cohen thought better of it. Said, hey, we got 2 outs here. We just need 1 more. We need to risk the baseball being thrown out into the outfield and possibly scoring LaRoe on an error. 1-0 lead. This has been a very, very tight game as far as pitching's been concerned. Bases have been loaded 3 times. Neither team has been able to score with the bases loaded as Wormlinger walks Flores. And that's going to bring up Anthony Fayed. Fayed flied out his first time up. Not looking to do that again here with 2 outs as both managers will call meetings with their base runners and their infielders. So story of the game so far, Dallas Chacon in the top of the first, RBI single that scored Scahill. And that has been it for the scoring. It is 1-0 Huskies here in the bottom of the 4th. The Big Reds are starting to threaten here with runner on first and second. LaRoe is the base runner at second. Flores the runner at first. Fayed is in the batter box with Page on deck. And we have 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Fayed 0 for 1 today, looking to go 1 for 2 and possibly put an RBI on his stat sheet. Here's the pitch from Wormlinger. In there for strike 1. On the count to Fayed. 2 outs here. Bottom of the 4th. Here's the 0-1. Swinging a chopper down the first baseline. This should be easily handled by Chacon. He'll touch the bag, and that'll do it as the Big Reds strand 2 more. In a 1-0 Husky lead that's been there since the first inning. So when we come back, it will be Rab, Trimble, Cohen lead off your top of the 5th. I'm DJ Palm for CPHS Channel 6. We'll see you in a minute. Back here now for the top of the 5th. As Isaac Rabb swings and misses at strike 1. Rabb's been hit by a pitch and struck out. As he is 0 for 1. He gets a hold of that one to the shortstop. Should be an easy play to first, and it is. That'll bring up Nick Trimble, the 3rd baseman for the Huskies. Trimble with a single earlier today. 1 for 2 on the evening. Randall gives the 0-1, fouled by Trimble to the backstop. Make the count even at 1. Here's the 1-1 to Trimble. Swing and a chopper to shortstop again. Over to first to Hudson, and he couldn't handle it as it gets by. Good backup there from Pat Yale. To keep Trimble on first, that'll be an error. I believe that'll be charged to Hudson as the catcher now, Matt Cohen. Or Zach Cohen, rather. Sorry, excuse me. Parents at home, Mr. and Mrs. Cohen, I apologize. Zach Cohen, the catcher now for the Huskies at the plate. Trimble at first as he reached on the error. He needs to get back quickly. And called safe at first. I don't know, EJ, on that angle, I don't think he had the hand on the bag there. We'll have to slow-mo that one when we get back to the station. Here's the pitch. A little bit outside to Cohen, ball 1. One out here for the Huskies here in the top of the 5th. There's the 1-0 pitch inside on Zach Cohen, 2-0 now. Here's the 2-0. In the dirt again. 3-0 now on Zach Cohen. Top of the 5th here. 1-0 Huskies still on the RBI single from Dallas Chacon back in the top of the 1st inning. Here's the pitch from Randall. In there for strike 1 right on the corner. Trimble, the runner at first for the Huskies. Here's the 3-1 pitch. A little bit high, and Cohen will walk. That'll put Trimble over at second. And that'll bring up the designated hitter, Chris Bonnick. Bonnick 1 for 1 with a single and a walk. As the Huskies now with the runner on second and first. And 1 out here in the top of the 5th. There's that pitch from Raven Randall. Gets across the plate for strike 1. Here's the 1-0. Swinging a foul ball back towards the cars. No windshield's broken. Oh, and 2 the count. 1 out to Chris Bonnick. Here's the 0-2. Outside for ball 1. Sets. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Chopper to third base. Gonna go 1, and they'll get him. So the Huskies now with runners on second and third. Is Bonnick able to advance the runners? And 2 outs here now for Austin Howard. Howard singled his first time up. He's 1 for 2 today. Here's a pitch from Randall. Pop fly. That's going to go into the crowd. That'll be a souvenir for one lucky fan to probably give back to one of the teams. Got a hard-working Times Herald reporter here in Matt Sheehan as he stands to my left. Nice guest panel on our opening day show we did on 1380 for the Dennis Stuckey Show. Very knowledgeable guy. Randall 1-1. Here's the pitch. Down low and in the dirt. Ball 2. 2-1 the count now. 2 outs here for the Big Reds. And that pitch just a bit outside. That'll push the count to 3-1. Here's the 3-1. And that's going to be a bit high and outside for ball 4. For the 3rd time today, the Huskies will load the bases. And we'll see if the Huskies can finally cash in on one. Is Luke Scahill now the leadoff hitter. He's walked, scored a run. He's 0 for 1. It looks like head coach here, Kyle Shepard's going to go have a talk with Raven Randall. Wouldn't be surprised to see him bring in a relief pitcher with the bases loaded here. And he will. So Randall, his day is done. 1 earned run, 5 hits, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 3 hit batters. Devin Wilson will come in relief pitch to try and get this final out of the top of the 5th here. Big Reds looking for their 2nd win on the season. They are 1-4 right now. Huskies looking for their 3rd to try and creep back up to 500 as they are 2-4 on the season. Really got to give production props to E.J. Shea today. I was surprised. I got here at about 3:50. The game was scheduled to be first pitch thrown at 4, and E.J. was the only guy here setting up all the equipment in the back of his truck. As that's the camera view that you have right now is E.J. Shea's truck bed overlooking all of the ball diamond. But oh man, what a job he had to do to scramble and get all this stuff hooked up. Great work. Scahill will look at strike 1. So 1 pitch in the dirt. Devin Wilson trying to get the Big Reds out of a jam for the 3rd time this game with the bases loaded. Here's the 1-1 to Scahill. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And now you got to be careful if you're Luke Scahill. Got to swing at anything close. 3rd time today, the Huskies have had the bases loaded. Wilson sets. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul ball. That's going to go over to the Big Red dugout. That'll keep the count at 1-2. Huskies could really do some damage here in the top half of this 5th inning. 1-2 the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Devin Wilson gets him out of the jam, and for the 3rd time of the game, Huskies with the bases loaded and can't cash in. We'll see you back here for the bottom half of the 5th. It's going to be Page, Clark, and Randall. They're your first 3 for the bottom half of the 5th. I'm DJ Palm with CPHS Channel 6. 1-0 Huskies. We'll see you back in a moment. Back here at CPHS Channel 6, DJ Palm bringing you Husky Big Red baseball action here at Big Red Field right behind Memorial Stadium. And his first pitch to Ryan Page, he had him golfing. 0-1. Wormlinger still in the game. Here to start this bottom half of the 5th inning. 1-0 Husky lead. Is that pitch, the 0-1 rather, a bit high to Page. 1-1 now. Here's the 1-1 to Page. Swing and a miss, strike 2. The count to Page. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th. Page leading things off, looking to get on base. Here's the pitch from Wormlinger. Just a bit outside for ball 2. Gotta have Wormlinger throw some pitches here if you want to have a chance to rock and getting deep into this game. Here's the 2-2 from Wormlinger. Swing and a chopper to short for Page. Throw to first. Out. So the leadoff man makes the first out here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. That's going to bring up Fred Clark. Clark 0 for 2. With a strikeout today as he gets a hold of one. That's going to be trouble. That'll land. So Clark with a 1-out single here in the bottom of the 5th, and that's going to bring up Raven Randall. Randall with a double back in the 1st inning, hit by pitch in the 3rd. He is 1 for 1 today. He'll look at ball 1. Chopper to 3rd. Huskies learning to turn 2. They get 1 and won't make the throw. Is Austin Howard over to 1st as Raven Randall with some wheels chopping down that line. And not sure what happened, but it looked like Raven Randall made a move towards 2nd. And that allowed Raven Randall to be tagged out to end the inning. So what a strange series of events that was. As the Huskies end up getting the double play anyway. And it'll remain 1-0 Huskies as we go into the top of the 6th. I'm DJ Palm for CPHS 6. We'll see you back here in just a moment. Back here at CPHS 6, top of the 6th inning, here for the Huskies. Just got confirmation Raven Randall made a what was called a base running move towards 2nd. And that made the 3rd out of the bottom half of the 5th inning there. And so the Big Reds strand another runner here. 1-0 Huskies still in the top of the 6th. Looks like Brandon Doan looking at 0-2 here to start the top of the 6th. Here's the 0-2. Swinging a foul ball. It's going to head back towards some fans. And 2, still the count on Doan. Nobody out here. Top of the 6th, check swing, didn't go around. And Doan able to hold off for ball 1. Wilson sets, winds, here's the pitch. Outside and low. That'll even the count at 2. Devin Wilson is able to get the Big Reds out of another bases loaded jam. Coming in relief for Raven Randall as Doan is walking prematurely. The count is full. And I believe is he going to be called out here for leaving the box? No, he will not. Full count to Doan, nobody out here, top of the 6th. And Doan now will take his base after one more pitch. So Doan now the leadoff walk. That's going to bring up the right fielder, Brett Manis. Manis singled and walked earlier, hit by pitch, as he is 1 for 2 today. Looking to pick off Doan at first. Play is going to be close, but no signal from the ump means he's safe. Doan now, good lead on first. Wilson peeks, now throws. Inside and in the dirt for ball 2. Correction, ball 1. Wilson looking to pick Doan off again and safe. That play looked very close. First base coach Tom Manis letting Doan know you got to get back quicker, bud. 1-0 pitch. 2-0 now on Brett Manis. Wilson, the 2-0 pitch. Up high on Manis, 3-0. One to Manis in there for strike 2. Sorry, folks, I keep getting confused by the scoreboard. They had it marked a strike as Wilson tries to pick off Doan again. They had it marked a strike up there for 3-1, but that called strike just now is the first strike of the at-bat, so the count's still at 3-1. Nobody out here with Doan, a runner at first. And Wilson, 2 consecutive walks. Doan and Manis. Northern now with runners at first and second. And that'll bring up the cleanup guy, Dallas Chacon. As his RBI single back in the top of the first inning that scored Luke Scahill is the only run that's been scored so far in this game. Wilson first pitch, Chacon gets a hold of it to center field. That's going to go all the way to the wall. Doan will score. Manis rounding third. He will score, and Dallas Chacon with a nobody out bullet to left center field. And he will stand up at second base easily. 3-0 Huskies now with nobody out. That'll bring up Isaac Rabb, the shortstop, as he looks at strike one. And number 13, Peyton Shellman. He'll come pinch run for Dallas Chacon, the first baseman. Chacon's going to get a bunch of high fives and head taps for that bullet that he launched into left center that scored Doan and Manis. Here's the 0-1, swing and a miss. 0-2 now on Isaac Rabb. Rabb, swing and a miss, strike three, and that'll be the first strikeout for Devin Wilson, and that'll be the first out of this sixth inning for the Huskies as that brings up Nick Tremble. Tremble reached on an error in the fifth, singled and flied out. He is 2 for 3 today. First pitch to him, a little bit low, but called strike one anyway. One pitch, fouled back out of play. That'll put the count at 0-2. Pitch to Tremble, called strike three. Tremble looked like he thought about swinging, but thought a little bit too long as that bat froze in his hands. And now the Big Reds trying to stop the bleeding here. As that'll bring up Zach Cohen, the catcher. Cohen 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. He'll look at ball one. Here's the 1-0 to Cohen. Swing and a miss. That'll be the first strike. Tie the count at 1 here with 2 outs. Top of the 6th. 3-0. Huskies is Dallas Chacon. The first baseman for the Huskies has all 3 runs batted in for Port Huron Northern. That sound you hear is a chopper flying right over my head. Probably interfere with some of the sound. Here's Devin Wilson. 1-1 pitch. He was a bit outside. Ball 2. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a blooper to the shortstop, and that'll do it to end the 6th. But Dallas Chacon makes it a bigger gap. A 2-out RBI single. 1-out RBI single, rather. Scored Doan and Manis, and all 3 runs are off the bat of Dallas Chacon. 3-0 Huskies going into the bottom of the 6th. I'm DJ Palm for CPHS 6. We'll see you in a minute.
Oh, yeah. Those are
First pitch, high and inside for ball 1. It's going to be Fred Clark at the plate. Or correction, I'm sorry. Austin Schneider. He'll pop one up to left field. Should be a can of corn. And it will be as it's caught. So that'll be the first out of the inning. Doan out there in left field with the nice catch. That'll bring up Bruce Hudson. Hudson 0 for 2 today, ground out and a strikeout. Wormlinger. That one chopped foul towards the PH dugout. That'll make the count 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Fouled back again by Hudson, now 0-2. One out here in the bottom of the sixth. PH needs to hit the ball and get some runners on base. Here's the 0-2 from Wormlinger. Chopper to second base, should be an easy play, and it is. Chacon, he'll catch it over at first. Nice play from Austin Howard to get the second out. That'll bring up the catcher, Pat Yale. Yale is 1 for 2 today with a single. Yale looking to extend this inning here with the start of what hopes to be a 2-out rally. Here's Wormlinger. Pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Here's the 1-0 from Wormlinger. In there for strike 1. Yale thought about it. Decided not to. Wants Wormlinger to throw a few more pitches. He's got to be up there in his count. Don't have a clicker next to me, but he's got to be somewhere in the 70 to 80 as Yale gets a hold of one right up the middle for a 2-out single. Patrick Yale lands at first safely. That's going to bring up Jason Leroux. Leroux, a strikeout and a walk. He is 0 for 1 today. Kyle Shepard and home plate umpire having a discussion that only lasted about 20 seconds. We'll resume play here in the bottom of the sixth. Getting kind of chilly out here as the sun has completely disappeared in the clouds, making it a very overcast day for what was a start. A beautiful sunshiny day in the mid-60s here in Port Huron. And that took a turn for the worse at about the second inning. 1-0 to Leroux. He'll swing and chop one into left field. That's going to be a fair ball. Yale rounding second, going to go third, and he will land there safely as that ball rolls all the way to home plate. So now Patrick Yale gets things started with a single. Anthony Leroux, or Jason Leroux rather, continues it up with a double, and PH now threatening with runners at second and third. And that's going to bring up Anthony Flores, who was hit by the pitch in his last at bat. Looks like there's going to be a pinch hitter for Flores. I can't see that number from that far away. It looks like Devin Wilson, the relief pitcher. Pitch from Wormlinger, down low, 1-0. The Huskies got 2 quick outs to start this bottom of the sixth. PH looking to drag it on a little bit longer. Yale got the rally started with 2 outs with a single. Leroux with the double out to left field as that 1-0 pitch now swung on by Devin Wilson for strike 1. Wormlinger getting a signal, sets. Here's the pitch. Chopper, that's going to be trouble, and that may score 2. Yale will score. LaRoe will score. Devin Wilson. Correction, I'm sorry. That's Dallas Mitchell. Dallas Mitchell, the junior, with a 2-out RBI single, or a 2 RBI single rather. And it's now 3-2 Huskies. Big Red's coming back. That'll bring up Anthony Fayed. Really good coaching decision there from Kyle Shepard to pinch hit for Flores. The pinch hit has been the only runs for the Big Reds all game. The 2-out RBI two RBI single from Dallas Mitchell. Almost getting picked off there, but got back just in time. Dallas Mitchell there called safe on the pickoff attempt. That gets away, and Dallas Mitchell going to go second, going to be thinking about third. But Zach Cohen able to get to the backstop in time. Now the Big Reds 1 hit away from tying this game. Here's the count now on Anthony Fayed, 2-0 with 2 outs here in the 6th. Here's Wormlinger. They'll throw. Pitch in the dirt, 3-0. Gonna try and get to third, and he's safe. Oh, Dallas Mitchell called safe at third on the stolen base. And now the Big Reds really threatening to take this game into some extra innings. Throw just a little bit late from Cohen. Over to Tremble. Couldn't make the tag in time. Here's the 3-0 pitch. High ball 4. Now runners at the corners. And that's going to bring up the top of the order, Ryan Page. It looks like Kyle Shepard, he'll call time, have a chat with his base runners as they have started an improbable 2-out rally. Before the 6th inning, folks, if you're just tuning in, it was a 1-0 game all the way to the top of the 6th. Dallas Chacon's RBI single was the only run that was on the board. And then in the top of the 6th, Chacon came up again, and with 1 out, hit a 2 RBI double, rather, that scored Brandon Doan and Brett Manis to make it 3-0. And then for the Big Reds, to start the bottom of the 6th, it was Bruce Hudson grounded out. Then it was Pat Yale. Got the rally started with his single. And then Jason LaRoe, he doubled. And then Flores got pinch hit for from Dallas Mitchell, as he is now the runner at third base. That knocked in Yale and LaRoe, and we are sitting at a 3-2 game here in the bottom of the 6th. Wormlinger's been pitching all game. And here's the 1-0. In the dirt for ball 2. And he'll take second easily, Anthony Fayed. So now the Big Reds, on a single, can take the lead here in this game. 2-0 count to Page. He has grounded out, struck out, and walked. 0 for 2 today on his evening. Really big hit here. And he gets called for strike 1. – 2-1 count to Ryan Page here with 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. 3-2 Husky lead. Here's the 2-2 in the dirt for ball 3. Page looking to give the Big Reds a lead here in the bottom of the 6th. Here's the pitch from Wormlinger. Swinging a drive to right center. That's going to land. That's going to score one. Will it score another one? Yes, it will. Big Reds take the lead in the 6th, 4-3, off the 2 RBI single from Ryan Page. What a clutch hit from number 11 as he gives the Big Reds the lead in the bottom half of this 6th inning. Now looks like we'll have a pitching change here. Wormlinger will come off the mound. A brilliant day for him pitching. Just ran into some problems in the bottom of the 6th. With 2 outs, it's been a 2-out rally for PH the whole way. Austin Schneider flied out. Bruce Hudson grounded out for the first 2 outs of the 6th. And then the catcher for the Big Reds, Pat Yale, got it all started with a single. Jason LaRoe doubled, putting Yale at third and LaRoe at second. And with 2 outs, this has been a rally for this since 2 outs about 4 or 5 batters ago. It was Dallas Mitchell pinch hitting for Anthony Flores, and he hit a 2 RBI single that scored 2. Then Anthony Fayed walked. And then Ryan Page, just now, who's the base runner at first, knocks him in on a full count with 2 outs. A beautiful bloop single that landed in right field. And now the Big Reds have a 4-3 lead. And Yale and LaRoe scored off that Page single. And that is now where we currently stand here in the bottom of the 6th with 2 outs. Coming in to relief pitch now for the Huskies is Pete Ramo. Ramo looking to get the final out here in the 6th. Big Reds now up 1 on a 4-run 6th inning. Pitch a little bit high. And that'll be ball 1. Page with a really good lead off first. By really good, I mean big. Is that pitch from Ramo in there for strike 1. 1-1 the count to Fred Clark. Page digging in the sand. Now takes off. Hit and run call. That's going to be a shot to right field. Should be an easy catch for Manis, and it is. But the damage is done going into the top of the 7th. It is the Big Reds 4, Huskies 3, thanks to a rally that was started by Pat Yale. LaRoe followed with the double. Anthony Fayed got on base, and then Ryan Page with a 2 RBI single, and that's where we currently stand. 4-3 Big Reds. Huskies, their final at bats. I'm DJ Palm, CPHS 6. See you in about 2 seconds. Back here, CPHS Channel 6. I'm DJ Palm, bringing you what could be the last half of this 7th inning, as it is going to be Chris Bonnick. Swings at strike 1. Corey Lynch now the pitcher for the Big Reds. He's the 0-1 pitch into the dirt for ball one. Lynch the 1-1. Fouled away from Bonnick. 1 and 2. Huskies now down to their last 3 outs. It was looking promising in the top of the 6th. Dallas Chacon with a 2 RBI single that put them up 3-0. And the Big Reds came right back in the 6th with a 4-run 6th inning. As Bonnick pops that one into foul territory. Should be easy for Hudson to grab, and he'll grab it for the first out of the 7th inning. That'll bring up Austin Howard, the second baseman. As I was saying earlier, the Big Reds with a 4-run 6th inning, capped off by Ryan Page's 2 RBI single that put him up 1. Here's the pitch from Lynch. Swing and a foul ball for Austin Howard as he fouls one to the backstop. Howard at the plate right now. Scahill on deck and Doan in the hole as that one's going to be riding the line, foul territory. And that'll just be a long strike. He's Austin Howard now down in the count, 0-2. The 0-2 from Lynch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, but it gets by. Oh, no, he fouled it. Foul ball. Catcher obviously didn't have a chance to hold on to that one. We'll do it all over again. Here's the 0-2 from Lynch as he sets. Now throws. High and outside for ball 1. One and 2 the count on Howard. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Lynch. Chopper down the first base line. That's going to go foul. Here's Lynch, the 1-2. In the dirt for ball 2. So Lynch trying not to make things interesting here as the Big Reds are up 1. 2-2 the count on Howard. 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Here's the pitch. In there for strike 3. Got him looking. Corey Lynch. 2 up and 2 down here in the top of the 7th. That's going to bring up the leadoff hitter, Luke Scahill, as he represents the tying run at the plate. Outfield lefty shift. Page playing that line in right field. Here's the pitch. A little bit low. Corey Lynch, ball 1. Boy, this would be a really great win for the Port Huron High Big Reds if they could pull this out. Here's the 1-0. Scahill gets a hold of one. Left field. Should be a can of corn, and it is. Game over. 3 up, 3 down, and the Huskies let one sneak away, but the Big Reds pull one out with a 4-run bottom of the 6th inning. And a 1-2-3 top half of the 7th. That'll end the game here from Port Huron High Baseball Field. I'm DJ Palm for CPHS Channel 6. Final score here at Port Huron High School. Big Reds 4, Port Huron Northern Huskies 3.